So let me just say to Megyn Kelly, in my 30-some years as a journalist and my 50-some years as a person of color, go f yourself. Okay? I usually don't like to talk about her because she's one of those people, she thrives on it. She has built the second part of whatever of her career on being a troll.
You can always count on good old disgraced, fired from CNN, has been Don Lemon to come through and really exemplify how far the Democrats have fallen deep into the craters and crevices of humanity. This is just the beginning, and that was a reaction to Megyn Kelly, who was commentating on the same thing that I commented on yesterday. Joy Reid bawling, having a mental breakdown, sobbing, because she felt that she was fired unnecessarily, unwarranted. She said that her show had value and that she's proud and she doesn't apologize for years and years of essentially being a platformed racist. That's all she was. She was a complete racist. She would rant and rave about Trump, rant and rave about white people, rant and rave about women. She's a misogynist. Anyway, that's just one reaction. I mean, the meltdown is universal, especially from her colleagues at MSNBC. I'm going to show you a clip of Rachel Madcow falling right in line with this absolutely fractured party. The Hippocrats, as I like to call them, because their hypocrisy knows no bounds, otherwise known as AKA the Democrats. They're losing their minds over Joy Reid being canceled. They can't fathom the idea that, whoa, wait a minute. You mean to tell me you're going to fire a black woman based on merit? No, you can't be serious. Watch this clip. Well, I'm going to show you a couple of clips, and then I'm also going to share with you something that happened last night between Tucker Carlson and Rhino Dan Crenshaw, Dr. Eye Patch. I can't wait to show you what he said, caught on a hot mic. Holy macadamia nut. Make sure you come around for that. But first, enjoy these clips, because to me, this further cements the entire radical woke left in the category of gigantic L's, losers galore for years to come if they don't change their tune. This is a video worth sharing. Tap that thumbs up. The American people have spoken. I'll tell you where you can get one of these original Nez Nation made in the USA merchandise in just a second. Check out this first clip of Rachel Madcow actually talking smack against her own network, MSNBC. Listen to this.
An even bigger programming change is at 7 p.m., 7 p.m. Eastern, where Joy Reid's show, The Readout, ended tonight. And Joy is not taking a different job in the network. She is leaving the network altogether. And that is very, very, very hard to take. I am 51 years old. I have been gainfully employed since I was 12. And I have had so many different kinds of jobs, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. But in all of the jobs I have had, in all of the years I have been alive, there is no colleague for whom I have had more affection and more respect than Joy Reid. I love everything about her. I have learned so much from her. I have so much more to learn from her. I do not want to lose her as a colleague here at MSNBC. And personally, I think it is a bad mistake to let her walk out the door. It is not my call, and I understand that, but that's what I think. I will tell you, it is also unnerving to see that on a network where we've got two, count them, two non-white hosts in primetime, both of our non-white hosts in primetime are losing their shows, as is Katie Fang on the weekend. And that feels worse than bad, no matter who replaces them. That feels indefensible, and I do not defend it.
This is, I mean, to me, if I'm them, okay, you get this question a lot. Like, what would you do differently if you were a Democrat? Well, I don't know. I might jump off a bridge. No, I'm kidding. But like, you know, there has to be some sense of self-evaluation, introspection. Asking the hard questions. What could we have done differently? We lost in a landslide. It was a resounding mandate on November 5th. We didn't win a single state, not a single state that didn't require voter ID. We lost both the House, both the Senate, both the White House, all three. We lost every single swing state. Not one swing state went our way. We didn't convert anybody from Republican to Democrat. Not one single seat, not one single official, not one single county, by the way. You would think there would be some kind of self-reflection. I mean, Jon Stewart is kind of doing that. Bill Maher, even though I can't stand Bill Maher, he's one of the most smug Sam Harris-ites, pseudo-intellectuals out there. But even he is kind of like, dude, you guys want to keep losing, keep bringing up, men and women's sports and all this garbage and tampons and boys' bathrooms, and you're going to lose. I mean, but like, you listen to Rachel Madcow, it's unnerving that two non-white hosts, it's unnerving that you actually measure them not based on an arbitrary pigmentation of their skin or an arbitrary characteristic like sex, gender, orientation, ethnicity, etc., that they have zero, count it, goose egg, control over. It's unnerving. It's unnerving that you would judge them based on not on things that are out of their control, but things that are in their control. Merit, their ratings, how they're doing, how's the show doing, are they perpetuating and growing the network, are they getting sponsors, are they getting any ratings? No. That's unnerving, my goodness. But wait, it gets even worse. Watch this. So this was her last broadcast last night, and she brought the whole gang out. Watch what they say.
Your ability, your political acumen. Nicole Wallace, my good sister, tell me what your brilliant self, believe people can do.
Well, I'm going to break the rules the way Rachel broke the rules and tell you that I love you. That the happiest times I've had, not just at MSNBC, but ever being on television, have been sitting next to the two of you. No offense, Lawrence. We love having you there too.
We love Lawrence.
And that I think that I thought that things like that on TV couldn't be real, but that the friendships that have sustained me have been with both of you. And
yeah, we love Lawrence, even though you're white. We know you're a white male. I mean, that's another thing too, and I've talked about this for years, that this whole entire DEI woke ideology has vilified and made public enemy number one. If you're a white male over the age of 35, in this specific cult known as the Hippocrats, you are literally the devil. Like literally, I'm not even being hyperbolic at all. You are the devil. And you can see how uncomfortable, even though Lawrence O'Donnell is one of the stiffest lunkhead hacks in the history of broadcasting, you can just tell he is super racked with white guilt, which is another fabrication, another complete lie propagated onto poor innocent kids in schools who need to check their white privilege BS, manifesting in so many unbelievably unnecessary, traumatic ways. Anyway.
I am, it's like losing a limb, the thought of doing those nights without you. Your strength and your fearlessness is the answer to the question I think you're getting at with both of us. And I think that my reaction to the end of the readout and your departure is despair. And the only thing that chips away at that for me is that despair is the autocrat's tool. It's their most effective weapon. It costs nothing. It's easy to deploy. It's contagious. And then it puts in motion all the actions they want: hopelessness, isolation, exasperation, giving up. Yeah. And so the only reason I will not wallow in what I feel about you leaving is because I think that's what they want. And so I don't think there can be artificial joy and gaslighting about sort of breaking up the pro-democracy side. I think it has to be, I think we have to be real with ourselves and with each other. But I do think I'm so intrigued and sort of I feel the stirrings in everything you've been covering tonight. You know, the answer to this moment is not going to come from a perfect ad being cut.
Did this complete abomination of a human being just say stirrings, as if to say that Joyless Reid has some kind of profound way of stirring one's soul? I mean, is this an absolute? Am I hearing this correctly, Nez Nation? My God, Nicole Wallace, what has happened to your soul? The only thing that this troglodyte Joyless Reid has ever stirred is racial bigotry, hatred, dissension, anti-American, Marxist, Leninist, communist, discriminatory, DEI. I mean, negativity with a capital neg. That's all she's done. Stirrings? Are you out of your mind?
By a brilliant ad maker and put on the air for the perfect candidate that comes out of a lab. It's just, that's not how we're going to save ourselves. And I think waiting for someone to save us is kind of how we got here. We have to save ourselves. We as a country have to decide that Elon Musk getting, you know, I mean, I don't even know what the word is. He's already the richest person in the world, you know, richer than the richest person, you know, to ever exist. I don't even know what the goal is. But I think that turning this over to the country and saying, you may think this is what you wanted, but this is not who we are.
Yeah, yeah, indeed. And I think people are getting there.
Then Joyless Reid, in her stirring, provocative, sharpshooting fashion, says, I think people are getting there. Excuse me? I beg your pardon? What people are getting there? Trump's approval ratings are through the roof. Meanwhile, yours, the entire Democrats, Chuck Schumer, Pelosi, have absolutely gone into the belly of the earth. Speaking of people who don't belong in the positions that they're in, Democrat Representative Ayanna Pressley praises Joy Reid for making, quote, a space for Black women and helping them feel seen. I mean, look, I'm not Black, but I know there's a lot of I don't look at things like Black, white, female, male, gay, heteros. I don't look at things like that. There's only two kinds of people in the world for your boy Nez. Are you a jerk or are you a good person? That's literally it. I don't care where you're from. I don't care your background. I don't care what you like to do with your own personal time. I don't care about an arbitrary skin color, a pigmentation. I don't care about any of that. But like, if you're a Black person watching this, I mean, Ayanna Pressley saying you helped Black women be seen, her brilliance is undeniable. I mean, that's why the cancellation of your show is so devastating. You didn't just report the news. She didn't report any news at all. You told our stories. Our stories? As a Black person, okay? Did Joy Reid represent you? Did Joy Reid reflect who you are? Did she tell your story? Let me know in the comments down below. Okay, now this story with Tucker Carlson and Republican Representative Dan Crenshaw. This guy was caught on a hot mic, Crenshaw. And wait till you see Tucker's response, because Tucker responded to this. I mean, this video has been going viral. I'm sure you've already seen it. I'm going to share it again too, though. He was on a hot mic saying that he would effing KILL Tucker Carlson if he ever met him. Check this out. I have to also add one thing. This video has since been deleted, or the owner of this interview deleted this video. I'm not sure if Crenshaw had something to do with it, but here is the hot mic moment. Check this out, and then come on back for Tucker's response, which is freaking brilliant.
Have you ever met Tucker?
We've talked a lot. If I ever meet him, I'll probably kill him. He's the worst person.
Okay, we're going to listen to that just one more time, just in case you missed it. He says Tucker's the worst person, and if I ever meet him in person, check this out.
Have you ever met Tucker?
We've talked a lot. If I ever meet him, I'll probably kill him. He's the worst person.
Okay, so you heard that, and then wait till you see this. Check out Tucker's response. First, Elon says, like, does Dan Crenshaw have some sort of death wish? And then listen and check out Tucker's response. Watch this. First, Elon Musk reacted to the video saying, why is Crenshaw homicidal regarding Tucker? I don't want to misquote him, so I said something different. And then Tucker's response was, And he added Dan Crenshaw too. Why don't you come sit for an interview and we'll see how you do. I'll send you my address, Dan. I don't know about you, but I got all my money on Tucker. You? Who do you think would win? Just in case it did come down to that. I'm not a fan of violence. I don't think Tucker is either. But Crenshaw opens his mouth and starts something. And I think he may have written a check that his mouth can't cash. So let me know what you think in the comments of that. I'll keep you posted if anything comes of this. I think it would be, I haven't seen any other response from Dan Crenshaw. If you have, let me know in the comments down below. Again, don't share links. My comment section is meant to be a thriving, engaging, insightful debate discussion of free ideas, freedom of expression. Sharing links and personal ad hominem attacks, you can say whatever you want about me. I could care less. But they all go to spam. I don't even see them. So don't even bother. But if you have something to say, even if it differs from my views or anybody else's views, this is what I love about our country. This is what the American people have spoken. By the way, if you want original made in the USA Nez Nation merch, the link is in the pinned comment and in the description, or just go to professornez.com/merch. But we got a ton of amazing stuff that is all original, made in the USA. You got to get yours now. I know you love my hat. You love the hat. I know you do. But, I encourage comments. I want you to tell me what you think. I want you to share your ideas. And as a matter of fact, in some cases, I prefer if you differ from my views, because that's what this country needs more than anything. The mission of our channel is to make common sense go viral. I've said this many, many times. I'm not right or left. I just love my country. I bleed red, white, and blue. And if anything, if I had to define myself, I'm more of like a constitutional centrist. And so it's not about that. I want this country to heal. I want to bridge the divide, and our comment section is on fire. So please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Don't forget also, check out these videos coming up on the screen right here, just in case you missed them. I'm sure you missed that one, which we just referred to in this video. Tap my face right there to subscribe and follow. And as always, may God bless you, and may God bless the USA. I'll see you soon.